What is Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Uchiha, 3 long face, skinny body. We are back, still black with some more fire Boruto manga related content. Now, before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button, share the video with your friends, and let's hop into the business. Just Sirski, without further ado, y'all already know. I explained it to y'all. I got back in town this Sunday that just passed. As the recording of the video, today is Thursday, first day of the NBA Finals. That's how I associate my days. But first day of the NBA Finals, right? I celebrated my birthday on Monday. So I was out of town all last weekend. I got back Sunday night. I had to get ready for work Monday morning. My birthday was on Monday as well, June 3rd. So if your birthday is this week, or if you're a Gemini, specifically, happy birthday to you. If you by any chance had the same birthday as me on a Monday, happy blessed birthday to you as well. But if your birthday is this week, happy birthday. If you're a Gemini, happy birthday. So like I said, I told y'all, I'm gonna start once we get back in town, we're gonna hop back on schedule. It's not like I'm not gonna paint the idea, he was too lit after his birthday, he couldn't drop no video. Nah, it was a real smooth birthday, real family, friend oriented, nothing too crazy. It was just more so like, I guess I can call it personal time. It's really no explanation behind that. Like, maybe it's partially from the fatigue from being out of town. I went back home to New Jersey. My little cousin graduated, so something could be in though, and I don't know, bro. But we here, and for the most part, I really wanted this to be a fully edited video, but I'm like, man, let's just go ahead and get something to y'all. Let's just go ahead and connect with the gang right quick, and then let's continue moving forward. So Boruto, man, y'all here to talk about Boruto. Let's talk about Boruto, right? It's a lot of things going around the Naruto news, actually. I'm not sure if y'all have been up to date. First of all, I just keep coming back to this shot because my nigga Sasuke out here looking cold. Boruto, of course, you know what I'm saying, out here looking cold. Mangekyo Gang OG, Mangekyo Gang Executive Uchiha 1 of 2, aka Boruto Uzumaki. Y'all wondering who's the other executive of the Mangekyo Gang? Well, who the fuck you think would be the other executive? Big motherfucking Uchiha, Sarada Uchiha. What are you talking about? Top 3 right there. But a lot of things going down, you know what I'm saying, as I scroll through the timeline regarding Boruto to Blue Vortex. Now, in regards to the Naruto news, say if we can, because I know I got to be careful with random things that might pop up on the timeline, but if we can get something that pops up right here that explains the possible return of Naruto's anime, the 4 episodes. Now, they've been talking about this for long, and then they announced the return like 3 separate times on top of announcing the debut. So as far as that goes, I'm not going to dedicate a whole entire video out to that for the mere fact of all the postponements behind the 4 Naruto episodes. Man, sorry to dodging this Chidori is so cold, but apparently those episodes will be coming by the end of this year, so let's just keep our eyes out for that. Now, I really came to talk to y'all about the release of Boruto and his bag. What do you mean by his bag? Well, the official Naruto site has officially let us know that Boruto has been in his bag. Of course, since been in his bag, but they giving us the breakdown of his flying RAIJIN. They giving us a breakdown of how he mastered all of these crazy techniques that we've been questioning since the time skip. So now we're going to talk about the big dog, aka on Tuesday he's 1A, on Thursday he's 1B, because there's no such thing as number 2 between these two. Boruto Uzumaki, you know what I'm saying? The other 1A or 1B is obviously Sarada Uchiha, but Big Boruto is making these moves, right? So let's talk about how, and then also, I know I talked about my birthday. Wow, you'd be like, all of these Boruto and anime stuff, and then you just randomly, first of all, shout out, New York Liberty is my favorite WNBA team. Shout out to Sabrina Ionesco. I posted this on my timeline for my birthday just to see if somebody would get a hint. Not like I can't get these myself, but you know what I'm saying? Just to see if somebody can get a hint. You feels me? You feels me? But anyways, right? Boruto's flying RAIJIN jutsu. Look at my son looking mad cold out here. So as we go through, of course, Code, you know what I'm saying, he got the drop on Code. Code is surprised as ever, right? So we're going to go to the database and learn about the flying RAIJIN jutsu. A teleportation ninjutsu that Boruto's grandfather, Big Minato, 4th Hokage, Namikaze, was famous for. And users can teleport to specific points that have been previously marked, right? So, which the help of Kashin Koji now completely destroys the whole entire idea of Boruto learning flying RAIJIN from Sasuke. Now, I was so adamant on that idea because, one, Boruto admires Sasuke, right? And Sasuke is a smart shinobi. He knows that, okay, if you want to do something but you can't necessarily do what I do, we're going to find a way to make sure you do it to the best of your ability. So in a sense, Sasuke taught Boruto lightning chakra and lightning release, but he didn't teach Boruto the Chidori. Why? Because he was like, you can't learn the Chidori. Now, Boruto initially wanted to learn the Chidori, and then he settled for just learning lightning releases, and then he eventually learned his whole entire Boruto stream, and then, you know what I'm saying, Boruto thunderclap arrow and stuff like that, right? So he varied it off into his own thing. Now, in that regards, probably bringing up, oh, Sasuke, you're always teleporting or switching places with things. You know, previously when Sasuke had the Rinnegan, Sasuke was like, well, since you have the Rinnegan, you don't have the Rinnegan, you can't do that. However, you can learn your grandfather's jutsu and possibly implement the styles of fighting that I use with the flying RAIJIN, you know what I'm saying, to make up for the fact that you don't have a Rinnegan. So that's the angle I was getting at, right? But apparently, Big Dog Kashikoji was the one who came in clutch for Boruto, right? So Boruto develops his own variant of the technique, which could technically be considered an entirely separate jutsu. Compared to Minato's Namikaze's flying RAIJIN jutsu, it has more limitations. Now, why would they say that, and how could it make sense, right? Boruto's teleporting to different dimensions, something we've never seen Minato do. However, we know for a fact Minato can just slap his palm on a surface, on a tag, on a kunai, on a person, and boom, you're marked. He can teleport to you anywhere, any point in time, to the day you die. You're marked, right? So in Boruto's case, he's marking his sword, he's marking his accessories, right? And he's marking all of these different things or pins that are on his clothing marks. But it gives me the idea, once we get more information, we'll be able to know for sure. But it gives me the idea that Boruto possibly, two things, right? He can't mark anything that's living, which is why the frogs have to carry the pin, because if not, he just marked the frogs themselves. And then two, he has to actually go into the lab to mark things. Meanwhile, Minato is in the middle of the battlefield. He'll mark you and then mark 3 different trees down the road and continue fighting. Meanwhile, Boruto is like, all right, it's a nice Wednesday. I'm probably going to get into a whole bunch of fights. Let me go ahead and mark 45 pins and 23,000 shurikens just to have them on the side, right? So Boruto has to pre-mark his things as opposed to doing it on the road. Now, once we get some more confirmation, we'll know for sure. But they did state that he has more limitations than the original flying RAIJIN, and it can be considered Boruto's own separate jutsu. Moving forward, Uchiha style sword techniques. Now, people be like, oh, this is just to say something, just to say, like, no, it's really a style of fight. Uchiha style sword technique is something that my nigga Sasuke really uses, right? And they break it down. Sword techniques developed and honed by Sasuke. Now, with this Sasuke developed and honed with this Uchiha style technique, he utilizes moves similar to Japanese ai. I'm not too familiar with the Japanese slashes or how it actually goes, but they say where the enemy is slashed in the same movement that the sword is drawn from its sheath. Meaning, if I'm drawing my sword upward or downward, but in this case, in Boruto's sense, diagonal, that's the exact same motion that my enemy is gonna get cut. So it's real fluent. I guess you could say it's like attached to a string. Imagine Kyrie Irving dribbling a ball, right? And the ball has a string attached to his hand. So it's always gonna go in the direction that you point, like the center of your palm tooth. Similar for all my hoopers that can understand. He can also use lightning style chakra to coat the blade and increase its sharpness. Now, where do we know who does that? Obviously, this nigga Sasuke. Now, in Boruto's case, now, first of all, let me just stamp my mark before I continue saying this. I think Sara's the fastest nigga in the verse. Yes, argue with the wall. But in Boruto's case, we haven't seen him coat his body in lightning, right? But we've been seeing him keep up with speed feats and surpass speed feats that are kind of mind-boggling if you want to keep it 100. So the potential of Boruto still having to be able to coat his body itself in lightning and make himself even faster and stronger, it's just crazy. It's just really crazy, right? So last but not least, we're going to move on to the Rasengan uzuhiko, Boruto's database. It's a new form of Rasengan that utilizes not only one's own chakra, but also the planet's rotation and orbit, plus the corresponding centrifugal and other forces. Basically, a whole bunch of central, you know what I'm saying, central forces with the planet, the gravitational pull, and the centerization, which is like, you know what I'm saying, like the orbit and stuff of the planet. Boruto is utilizing all of that nonsense into this damn Rasengan. In addition to the damage that a standard Rasengan causes, it destroys the target's sense of balance and debilitating them, which we seen happen with Code. This nigga couldn't stand upright to save his life. Due to the unceasing nature of planetary movement, meaning basically we don't know if the planet ever will stop. So let's just assume that since the planet ain't never gonna stop, you're gonna die or nigga Boruto has to undo the jutsu, right? The effects of uzuhiko do not fade, resulting in not just physical harm, but also untold psychological. They gave Boruto the wow. Okay. Boruto refers to the planetary energy used for uzuhiko as a planet's chakra, but this is not the same. Now, shout out to my nigga Mello, the dreamer, Mello XO on the Cloud Ninja podcast. we've talked many times about the difference between the planet's chakra and nature energy, and Mello, and I'd admit he was so adamant on those two not being the same thing, and clarifying the fact that Boruto isn't using sage, or you know what I'm saying, trying to double down on where it was specified the planet's chakra has been stated before in Naruto or Shippuden. So shout out to Metal for actually catching that difference and them actually double downing on it and standing on his original opinion. So Boruto refers as the planet's chakra is not the same as nature energy used by ninjas such as Naruto and Mitsuki when they enter sage mode. So these are all of Boruto's latest updates. We see some of the databases right over here. Code Sasha Big Sarada, this pussy nigga Kawaki, you know what I'm saying? If you don't come through clutch for Himawari next chapter, I really got another couple of few words to say for you. My guy Mitsuki, he hasn't been shining since his conversation with Ada, so we got to see something from Mitsuki popping up anytime soon, right? But hey, we see how Boruto got in his bag. They've been telling us, they done let us know. So let me know what y'all think, especially with the Flying RAIJIN thing. The aspect really, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Flying RAIJIN and Uzi, you know, Boruto obviously learned the Uchiha sword style. It's inevitable, right? But the uzuhiko, bro, where did this come from? Like, where did this really come from? And the difference between the sage mode, you know what I'm saying, the nature energy with sage mode and the planet's chakra, we're gonna really have to double down and talk about that. But it's your boy Black Uchiha 3 Boruto. How y'all think things can actually play out moving forward in the future? Now we know, like, at least got an idea of what Boruto has been into and what he really got his hands into and how he can move forward, like the potential danger and the potential that Boruto still has, because he has limitations on his Flying RAIJIN. We know there's still things that he can do with the lightning style coat that he uses. Instead of just coating his sword and weapons and lightning chakra, he can coat himself, make himself faster and stronger. There's a lot of things Boruto can implement, and obviously the elephant in the room, the motherfucking Karma Seal and the Jogan. So yeah, Boruto's bag is deep, man. This your boy Black Uchiha. Let me know how y'all feel about the release of the Boruto database and more information on his Rasengan and his Flying RAIJIN jutsu. And what are y'all looking forward to in chapter 11 as it slowly but surely creeps up on us? This is your boy Black Uchiha. Holla at your boy. I'ma holla at y'all. Happy birthday to all my Geminis. Black Uchiha out. Yes, sir. Ski.
Hey, can we take a trip to the sky? Show them that our limit's too high. Cocoa butter hips on the wrist. She said